I've not been around here. This is all hand stacked like the old national parks, highways. You're looking at a volcano, Mount Canocti. These beautiful slopes. Get Desert Dog exploring up here with me, and we're gonna crawl inside that mountain and go look for the hidden lake in there. It's supposed to be the world's biggest, hugest hidden lake. I know I always say that, but soon on the quest. Anyhow, look at this place. Every house with a dog. Beautiful. Interesting spot here too, because you can see how close the other side is. That's the whole other side. So from now and all the way past, there are no bridges that cross this lake, even in the skinniest spot. And you'll notice that these resorts and stuff here on this side are called Indian Beach and stuff. You look at the other side, that's literally the whole other side of California, and you got to go all the way up, and there's swamps and sloughs. You see how wide it gets out here? We're talking a big old... Sorry about the cars, this is one of those days. It's beautiful and everybody's out. But I mean, that's a huge inland sea, and then it's very wide behind us too. Right here, this chunk of land comes out and gets us this close. I mean, you could swim, canoe, whatever from here to there. So I'm pretty sure this is an ancient crossing point. You know, anybody could look at the width of that down there, and then the width of this, and then look here and go, okay, this is where we got to go across, or go on this very long trip. So I know that the natives use reed boats here, like they did on Titicaca and other places. So very similar. They'd use the long Thule reeds, make boats, watercraft. And I am just pretty sure we're at the crossing point. Now you can see the width of it. And we got to go all the way around that puppy to get home. Okay, I don't know what I did, but I got... Where'd they go? Whoa. Okay, there's one. These little guys, they're not mosquitoes. They're some sort of bug, and they came in a swarm. It stuck to my truck, and now they won't go away. You can see the sections of the north of the lake that was burnt a month ago. Okay, remember I was just telling you that the fire burnt all of that up there? You can see the scorch marks. Okay, what came around, can't see it on this face here, but from back on the other side of the lake you can see that there's cut lines at the top. See the fire lines? And then look behind it there. That all burnt up there at the very ridge, all the way down. That's burnt forest. See the bulldozer lines? Comes all the way, gets patchy. See how that is burnt? all the way right above the actual town here itself. So all of those range all the way down, 1/4 of the entire lake circumference. Okay, let's try this. It's a little county park. Here's the flats. Who knows what it used to be. I see Lake Sands Resort Hotel, and I see that the lot is empty and the building is gone. This is the beach next to it. Stairs down, no lifeguard on duty. Minimal restrictions, which is good for California. We are on our way. In memory of Lester D. Grigsby, killed in action, World War II, erected by American Legion, 764, Lucerne, 1953. Look at that, poured cement and repainted. That's awesome. Well, let's see what lies on the beach. Ah, there's more of these snails. Look at that. It's ridiculous. This one's hollow. It's all that's left. Wow. Crazy. And this one looks like it's still in there. Just sealed up. Look at that. It's insane. It's attacking the garret. It's a water snail, people. So this beach is pretty silent. Don't know if it's well picked or not well used. I mean, I didn't even get very many pop-tops. But we are at the wall of what was probably a hotel. I'm thinking there's that many piers in a row. Well, I don't know. They don't look structural, like there's anything built at the top, because they're all cut slanted and diagonal. Maybe there's a private swimming area. I just want to look around the edge here. Step on the razor sharp now. Yeah, okay, well, somebody's clean up. Don't need to bother them. But look. It's the old private beach of the hotel. I say we should go a little renegade. Because look, it's got magic stepping stones. Chunk. And yeah, that property up there is long gone. We won't disturb any of that. We'll just go down here. And look. I think it's awesome to be right in front of the old hotel. This must have been their private swimming area. You know what? This was stairs down. Who knows? I'm just guessing here. But looking like it. So let's just give it a quick pass over. I'm mystified by the enclosure. Maybe the building did go out there, and these inner piers is what it was attached to. So this could have all been subfloor, or maybe this is where they kept Jaws and their private paddle boats or something. I don't know. Creepy. See in the water all kinds of bolts and stuff. So I'm thinking maybe the wood is long gone from whatever was here. Ooh, nice rock. Looking not so new. Nice. Freaking crazy. Beautiful. We'll take it. Well, a new location, and I had a crazy pounding headache. so I had to take a couple Advil and sit it out. Just didn't drink enough coffee today. But I'm up and running again and found a nickel. So it's a little swimming beach directly down from a playground with a parking lot. It looks like the biggest county park in this town. So on with our circle. I was just looking at the lakes and I'm blind, but it either says 69 or 99. I'm pretty sure it's a 99. So there's coins here. So there's an 80 signal, 79. So we got coins and we got some that are a little bit older. So show us the silver. The sand. Reading about a 40 because it's so thin like tin foil. Let me know if you can read that. The proverbial Castmaster fishing lure. I'm out here way deep, so they would have had to swim way out between the Toadies or whatever. But there is a lost 1963 penny. Man, we have gone a long ways around this lake. Can I show you? There was the skinny spot way back there that leads all the way down to the town of Clear Lake and stuff. Mount Canocti. You have all of Kelseyville, which basically starts. I wish I knew the native name for that land there. It's this flat, the marsh filled in like New Orleans and made this farmland that's just 9 feet of tilth. And they call it Kelseyville now. And then over to Lakeport, Upper Lakeport, and we're actually around in Nice now. Sorry about my voice. I have this other hobby. Wipes it out sometimes. Not complaining. Piling it up there. My coffee cup, not the shovel. But all the rest of that loot. Still waiting to find you guys some treasure though. Undisputable. Working on it. Okay, so we were in Lucerne. I hope I said that right. Now we are in Nice, which is nice. And we're going to be working our way back around that side. As you get down to the back of Mount Canocti on the other side, you have to climb over the back of it. So that's the skinny part way down there. We're going to hit this beach. It's another swimming beach. See how heavily populated it is. It's never been cherry picked. I'm finding coins and just screaming 85 targets that are washers and copper washers and all kinds of stuff. So nobody's been here. But what we have is about 4 inches down blue clay, solid. I don't think things are even going in there. And that's why it looks like this. All the silts have just been washed and all the rocks and heavies are just falling down, sitting on the clay. So it's like a huge ripple board catching all the heavies. Pretty cool. There's a lot of round rocks here. That one's pretty perfect. And I find these all over. Not just round rocks, but in this particular shape and size. I don't know what they were. I think they're more of tools. You can walk over this whole beach and I find these where there aren't any others. Like they're heating stones or something. I found this and it stinks horribly. Holy moly. It's horrible. The plastic is rotting there. Somebody sprayed something on it. Whew. I'm over it. It's getting to be that time of day. Gonna have to call it quits here soon. So we're hunting for that last target. 70 pops out of the dirt and says there could be a silver laying here. Well, I don't know what that is that I just dug out of here. It is small and very thin. What's it say there? What am I looking at? You get out a regular dime. It's not a penny. And what's that shape about? I'm excited now. Okay, let me be real careful with it and clean it up. Okay, so there's our dime. Does not match. Come on. Look at that. I do not recognize that coin. Maybe somebody does. And then look at this side. And there is writing. So that doesn't match either, because here's this side. What is that? G-R-E-G. Is it George? Is it an English penny? 1970s? Very exciting. Remember that. See, there's the dime. So I don't know what that is. Oh, Nate, don't drop it. Maybe there was supposed to be... Somebody let me know. I haven't found this before. And it's very thin, and it's near to where I found the square nail. So, who knows? Awesome. That's it. That's a good one. And just the right turn of the light, I see a crown. Awesome. So, I believe that should say penny, maybe? Be able to look it up now. Thinking it's English. Ollie, let me know. Simon, anybody? What is it? Okay, next coin out. 1956. Which means it's a wheat. Awesome. Okay. That is good stuff. I think we're coming right back here. Of course, the end of the day. The last three signals. Okay, remember where you are, Nate. A ways away. Look at that. That stopped my heart. But it's not a coin. It's not a cut coin. I believe it's oh, I want to say a clock part or something, just because it's round and small. But who would ever really know? Could have been what's left of the gear there. See all the littler holes? So that's what makes me think. Plate top of a watch or something with a lot of littler things attached all in one area. Could have been a lock too. See the shape? Could have been a smashed older lock that separated its layers. Who knows? Here is our next target. Oh, it feels pretty big. We're talking sinkerage. Sorry. Okay, we're pretty close to the end. Stick with me. You never know what else we're gonna find. Adventure. 1960. What is it? Are we looking at silver here? What's that number? I imagine not, because it should be shiny. But we're not going to throw it back in the water until we figure out. 60 what? What is that? 1960, I don't know. That's a cruel trick, huh? We're going to have to grind the edge on some of the sandstone and see if it's solid silver or if there's any copper in there, and then we will know. It's either a 1 or a 4 or a 7. Okay, see the half copper with the clad on top? So that means that we're looking, I know that's hard to do that, but it must be a 66, right? Just a little late, but really good sign. This whole beach is giving me good signs. And let me tell you, it's been a beautiful day around this lake. Nothing but really friendly people and fun places, and it looks like just 1,000 really cool spots to stop. The life is amazing. I mean, there's people fishing everywhere. And look at the water right now. See that? Those are baby fish schooling. So this lake is 3 million years old. That's not a mistake. 3 million years old. It's the oldest lake in North America. So you're looking at an ancient volcanic lake that is just full of life. And the populations are really low still. And just really, really beautiful. And I'd say fall and spring are probably my favorite out here. So if you get a chance, give it a look. Stop in and spend some time. But it's going to come out. It's getting almost too dark. That is another wheat. Can't even tell what year. 45 maybe? Okay, another wheatie. Awesome. Oh, this is a great beach, and we are running out of daylight. So, thank you for coming with me. It's going to be dark after this. Remember, you can like, share, comment in the conversation below. I read every single comment. I have a hard time finding the space and internet to reply most of the time. I'm trying, but I appreciate every single one. I hear you, I read them all. They make my day. I drink them like coffee every morning, and I appreciate all the good vibes. And you're helping enrich the channel by doing that, so thank you. You're all with me on this. Thanks for coming along. We'll see you next time, or in a little while. Okay. So what we're looking at, I figured out what it is. I believe it's a 1974 half penny. There you go. So it says that they were made from 71 to 81. Only a 10-year period there. So it had to get made and then wander all the way over here and fall out of a pocket. That's pretty cool. It's bronze. That's also kind of awesome. And yeah, because I'm always babbling about it, now I've educated myself. So the lettering, Elizabeth II, D period, G period, REG period, F period, D period. I never knew what that stood for, never took the time to slow down. It's Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen Defender of the Faith. So that's pretty cool. Okay, last detail. The crown that you see was the crown of Henry VI, the founder of House of Tudor. Legend above and denomination below. Anyhow, I like it. That was a fun last find. Let's go look at the rest of what we got. So, end of the night, ground score find. It was already dark, and this was laying on a sidewalk that was had sparkles in it, like the little shiny glitter that they put in the cement. And yeah, I was like, oh my god, gold! And then I remembered that these are hardly ever actually gold that I've seen, so no maker's mark. And made in China. Netflix. So, but the chain looks nice, huh? Anyhow, okay, we have to do this after dark because it got dark. But wow, look at our day. Look at our day. Look at this cleanup. And we went around a massive lake. So, no further ado, let's see. Found this way after dark on a sidewalk. Just eyeballing it. I don't believe it's gold. Made in China. Graduation necklace. Looks kind of shiny. But, yeah. So this is probably my favorite coin of the day. Took me for a ride. I had to stop, look it up, decipher it, figure out what it is, what it was. It looks like it was dropped in the 70s. Along with it, we have a 1956 wheat penny. Their oldest identifiable coin, except for this, which could possibly be a 1940. It's really hard to tell, but what it is a wheat penny. So it's definitely older. This really cool square nail that was with them makes me want to go back to that beach that has old English coins, wheat pennies, and square nails laying around. This, you can read what it says now. You see it's got a little moon in the background there, running through the word crescent, and then New York under it. So this light, it's a little washed out, but crescent, and then New York. So I don't know what that was off of. Obviously a little metal label. There's this, which I'm calling it a watch piece, or some sort of center gear plate of a lock, maybe. Gosh, here's the super snails and the super clam that are growing in the lake. These are native and good. These, not so sure about. This is our lead removal for the day, including this. So what you're looking at these are 1 ounces each, 2 ounces, 4 ounces, some insane piece. So look how much lead just one person pulls out of a lake in a day. I mean, that is a lot of lead. That's a lot of lead. And just, again, not to push the point too hard, but to make it clear, I didn't stir up lead and lose it into the water by being a gold hunting, mining, prospecting, treasure hunter. I pulled all this out. When you pull these out, it's decaying. There's like black decaying metal on the outside. So these will actually, the longer they're left, sit there and disintegrate into your water system. All of these reservoirs, I'm getting these from our drinking water. So I just like to point that out. We're out there recovering it. So one of the largest forms of lead and heavy metal recovery that I see is treasure hunting, mining, and prospecting. And the sooner it's done, and the more it's done, the better. Because we only used and made this stuff for a certain chunk of time in the history of the world, especially in the natural history of the world. You know, only for a couple of 100 years, especially on this coast. So we have a chance to go out and gather it all back up as much as we can get and glean it out of the rivers and just have it done with. You know, we're using metal sinkers now, steel sinkers instead of lead, and all kinds of stuff. So that's my opinion on that. We have aluminum window sliders. Gotta have a torch for melting things. We have washers. We have sunglass pieces, springs, bronze screws. We have what are considered currency. I don't like to respect it as such because, I don't know, if I was president or in charge of some country, I'd be like, really? This is the money? You guys gotta go back and make me better money. So that's what these are. These are the better money. These are all solid copper pennies. Some of these are from 1963 as opposed to the 80s and 90s or last year, and they can look like that. So good reason to keep some valor in your money, you know. 10 cent US dimes. These are nickels, got 2 of them. These are our quarters. So yeah, cherry picking a little bit. These are all 83s to 85s. No silver. Got a cast master. This was with the lead, but I thought it was pretty cool. It's a lead pipe and it's gone white. You know, so it's got that old lead, plus it's a pipe. So we don't run too much stuff through lead anymore. Copper washers. This works. This was a score, came with the whistle, LED light, craftsman light. Got our eyeball area, so we got some worms, got some cool rocks. This is really nice. I'll be right back. I took a lot of saliva to wet that down. No, I'm just kidding. But look, there's the outside of it, the rind, and then there's the inside. Pretty, huh? And could be a tool, or on its way, or was used. Or some person before me a week ago busted it off a rock and left it laying there. No telling. But really pretty. That other red, orange. Awesome. Awesomeness. Awesome, dude. You know? This nozzle. It's pretty old. I know it's just a nozzle. But I like old things. Not so old. A cut piece of a lock, it looks like. Bullet. Aluminum globulars and their former selves. Got our bottle pieces and broken glass. Squid man. That makes up the entire collective mass of its and bits that we got out on this one. Thank you for coming with us, with me. It's just me this time. Smeagol and Gollum, both of ourselves. Here's our rest of our eyeballs. Don't forget you can like, share, subscribe, comment, and happy hunting. We'll see you out there. Thanks for coming along. That's just freaky. What if you got out of the water and saw that? That's just freaky.